Good morning, everybody. Welcome back.
This is Morning Announcements
with Madisyn
and Mr. I. Wave.
Today is
Monday, October 5th.
engagement, being involved in your learning. That's the character trait that we're focusing on this month. Madisyn, do you have a quote about engagement?
Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. By Benjamin Franklin.
Hey, I think I've heard of him before.
Me too. Wasn't he like a super famous president?
Well, he wasn't exactly a president, but he was pretty super famous.
Happy birthday to Mr. Anderson, who's a 5th grade teacher. Happy birthday to Mr. Anderson, who's a 5th grade teacher. And happy birthday to the following famous people. Happy birthday to them.
Wow, nice. Yeah, Mr. Anderson does share a birthday with these famous people. Like, how about former President Chester Arthur? Hockey Hall of Famer and legend Mario Lemieux, actress Kate Winslet, and comedian and actor, what's his name again? Bernie Mac, that's right.
This is Todd time with Mrs. Todd, our school counselor.
Hi Wildcats, welcome back to Todd Time. It's a new month, so that means we'll be practicing a new character trait. In the month of October, we're going to be practicing being engaged. When you're engaged, you are showing attention, curiosity, interest, optimism, and passion towards a topic. This is especially important during distance learning. You guys are in the driver's seat when it comes to your engagement with your education. It's a little different from when we're at school and you have your teachers reminding you to raise your hand and participate, to keep your head up off your desk and practice your good slant. So you guys have a lot of control when it comes to engaging in your educational environment. I'm hoping that with these tips, you will find it easier. Number 1, let's start with showing attention. Instead of trying to multitask and do more than one thing at a time, train your brain to go slow, do one thing at a time, and do your best work. This will help you stay engaged. Come back next week for more tips on curiosity and how to stay engaged. See you soon. Bye.
Thank you, Mrs. Todd. We look forward to your contribution next week.
Yeah, we do. This day in history. This day in history.
Yes, this day in history. We're going to go all the way back to the year 1905. That's when the Wright brothers flew this plane, called Flyer 3, for then a record 24 miles. It took 39 minutes, and it was a record that stood for 3 years.
That's a lot of years.
Yeah, it was.
This is Word on the Street, and today's Word on the Street star is Mrs. Wara.
Hello, it's Mrs. Wara here with your Word on the Street, or I guess we could call it Word on the Empty Playground today. Our word for today is quiddler. This word means one who wastes time, an idler or dawdler at work, especially when such idling interferes with other people's working. So I think we can all relate to some quiddlers in our jobs over time. And as I was researching this word, I also found that this is also a board game. So go ahead and look it up, quiddler. There we are with another word on the street on this foggy day in Westport. See you again.
Thanks, Mrs. Wara. Welcome back to the show. I sure enjoyed that. Did you?
Yeah, I learned a new word.
Good. That's the whole idea behind this. Well, today is October 5th, and did you know that it is National
Apple Betty Day.
Yeah. Oh, looks good.
Treat.
It's Rhode Island Day.
Get Funky Day.
Yeah. Everybody, let's get funky. And do something nice day. Shouldn't that be like National Day every day, Madisyn?
Yeah. Remember, get funky day. Dum, ba-dum, ba-da-ba-da.
Okay, we'll get funky.
This is Ollie's Entertainment. Grab your snacks, grab your popcorn, grab your chocolate, go buy yourself some candy at the store, cause this is going to be like a movie.
Hey Wildcats, and welcome back to Ollie's Entertainment. Today we're going to be talking about a spooky Halloween movie because, it's starting to get into fall. We're officially in October, so fall movies, fall decorations. There isn't going to be much trick-or-treating, but you can still, dress up. So we're kind of getting into the spooky movies, spooky TV shows. I'm gonna see if there's any fall, October, Halloween kind of themed books that I can find and read for you guys. But for now, the movies and TV shows is what we're gonna do until I have my research done, because I do research for these videos. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The Addams Family is the Addams family. Let me explain the kind of characters in the Addams family. So, there is Gomez Addams, the father of the Addams family. There is Pugsley Addams, who is the younger brother of the family. There is Sing, who is a little hand that's cut off right here, CGI'd to just a little finger or hand that walks on his fingers. There is Grandma, who is the grandma of the Addams family. Monica, who is the mom of the Addams family. And she's kind of mysterious. She's very funny. And yeah, that's really her place in the Addams family. I feel like that's the things I got from her, I guess. And then there is Fester, the dad's long lost brother. And he's kind of a mystery to unsolve, I guess you would say. Then there is Lurch, the Addams family's butler. He is like a version of Frankenstein, I guess you would say. Very, very nice. Tully Adford, who is their lawyer. There is Margaret Alford, who is the lawyer's wife. All I can say is that changes. There is Dr. Greta Pinder, who, is in the beginning Fester's mom, but that changes as we get along. And those are kind of the main characters. I wanted to save my favorite character for last because they need their own segment. Wednesday Addams. Best character in the movie, by far. Now, they do have a couple of different the Addams Family movies. There is The Addams Family, which is the first movie in the kind of series. And then there is Addams Family Values, which is the second movie in the series. Is it good? In my opinion, yes, it is amazing. It's something that me and my family watch every year for Halloween. And every time there's new jokes as you get older, So it's fun for the kids and the family. One thing about the Addams Family is you might want to have your parents go through it, there are some parts that they might not like you watching, and they can know ahead of time if they want to skip it or anything like that. So just tell your parents that you want to watch the movie, unless you're able to just watch any movie. You might want to run your parents through it. My rating for this movie, as you can tell by the information that I've said, it is a 5-star. I absolutely love this movie. I would go anywhere. If this was on all streaming services, I would definitely recommend you need to go watch it. You can find the first movie, Addams Family, on Netflix, and the second movie, Addams Family Values, on Amazon Prime. The next segment is talking about what if you don't like the Addams Family? You've watched it and it's not really your kind of movie, or you don't think it's the greatest. Some other movies that I might be talking about this Halloween season are Casper movies, Hocus Pocus, Girl vs. Monster, Halloween Town, which there is 2 movies for the Halloween Town series. There is Spooky Buddies, which is like a dog show if you have younger kids. And that is pretty much it for this review. Sorry it was so short, and I definitely will have multiple TV shows and movies going along, and more recommendations. Thank you so much for watching Oldies Entertainment, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, Wildcats!
Thanks, Olivia.
Get to know our teachers.
Well, I forgot. Which teacher were we going to get to know this week?
Mrs. Saul.
Oh, you have some stuff to share about Mrs. Saul?
Yes, I do. This is Mrs. Saul. She's a 3rd grade teacher.
So, you have something to tell us about Mrs. Saul?
Yes, I do.
Well, where did she go to school?
She graduated from Hoke William High School.
Well, where did she go to college?
She went to college at Grace Harbor College and Washington State University. Those are the 2 colleges I want to go to when I get older.
Sounds good. Go Cougs. Well, how long has she been a teacher?
Mrs. Saul has been a teacher for 16 years.
Well, Mrs. Saul, is she married?
Yeah, she is married to an awesome guy for almost 30 years. She has 2 amazing daughters, Rebecca, who lives in Olympia with her husband, and Rachel, who lives in Phoenix, Arizona.
Wow, that's a long ways away. Well, tell us, what does she like to do in her free time?
In her free time, she likes to listen to music, cook, and go for walks. I like to do that in my free time too.
Good. You have any trivia about her that you'd like to share?
Yeah. Did you know she used to work at Target before becoming a teacher?
I didn't know that. Well, anything else?
Another interesting fact is that she's been to Disneyland 13 times. Her husband makes her go.
Yeah, right. Well, you have any pictures you'd like to share with us?
Yes, I do. This is a picture of Mrs. Saul, her husband, her daughter Rebecca, her daughter Rachel, and Rebecca's husband.
And well, how about this one?
This is Mrs. Saul and Mr. Saul with their little puppy, Child Saul.
Child Saul. I like it. Well, thanks for sharing. Who are we going to learn about next week?
Mrs. George.
I look forward to it. Get ready, Mrs. George. Shout outs, shout outs. Come get your shout outs.
Mrs. Madden would like to give a shout out to Seth, Amelia, Addison, Luke, Tarek, Illicey, Troy, Abby, Wiley, Oscar, Patrick, Juliet, Brooklyn, Ella, Saffron, Deacon, Kat, and Rustin for staying on top of their responsibilities on having all of their math assignments turned in.
Nice job, 4th graders.
Yeah, good job, Seth, Amelia, Addison, Luke, Tarek, Illicey, Troy, Abby, Wiley, Oscar, Patrick, Juliet, Brooklyn, Ella, Saffron, Deacon, Kat, and Rustin. Hey, I have one more shout out to give out.
Well, let's hear it.
Madisyn, which is me, would like to give a shout out to the 5th grade teachers because they're making virtual learning fun and creating an environment where all kids can learn.
Well, nice job, 5th grade teachers. And that was pretty sweet that you included them too, Madisyn. Oh, it's Monday, so it must mean you have a new joke for us. What do you have for us today, Madisyn?
I think this one's going to make everybody laugh. How do pickles enjoy a day out?
They walk out of their can, their jar. I have no idea. Tell me.
They relish it.
Oh, they relish it, of course. That's a good one.
I did an interview with our school's principal, Dr. Risher. So here it is.
All right. Thank you.
Please state your name and where you live.
Okay. My name is Cindy Risher, and I live with my family in Montesano.
So you are our principal. Before I start asking questions about your job, I'd like the kids to know a little more about you.
Okay.
Where did you grow up?
So I grew up in a little town that is actually smaller than Westport, and it is Saussure, Mississippi, which is on the Gulf Coast in South Mississippi.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, I have a younger sister. Her name is Amy.
What was your favorite subject in school?
So I really liked school when I was in school. And when I think about especially high school, I don't really know that I had a favorite subject. I know that I had several teachers, and that's what I remember was the teachers who got me really excited about their classes. So there was my U.S. history teacher, Coach Delaney, who called us all coal miners because he said coal mining was the dirtiest job ever, and being in his class was going to be the roughest class we ever took. And he really challenged all of his students to work hard and think. And at the end of his class, he issued everyone coal miner certificates. And I took a lot of the biology classes, every biology class that was offered. And part of that was because Mr. Lott was the teacher of all of those classes. And he just had a really interesting way of presenting the material. And it was always very exciting and hands-on and interesting. So, and there were others, but I think more than the subject that was important to me, it was the teachers who made me excited about learning at school.
That was probably a really fun experience for you. And
Yeah.
a very funny experience. Do you have any funny or embarrassing stories about something that happened to you in elementary school?
So I thought about this, and the one thing that I can remember is it was kind of like a scene out of a cartoon. Our elementary school was pretty old, so it had lots of different buildings that were separated. And the cafeteria was in its own building that had an outside sidewalk and these huge metal doors that didn't have windows in them. And little bitty me was bopping along down the sidewalk, and someone threw a door open, and just like in a cartoon, I plowed right into that door. And it like knocked me backwards, and the person who came out the door didn't even notice, and they just kept on going. So yeah, I felt like I was in a Bugs Bunny cartoon smacking the giant metal door.
That was probably painful.
A little bit.
When you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up?
So up until really my first year of college, I was going to be an attorney. That was my plan for a very, very long time. And I changed to education because I wanted something that would give me more freedom to be more involved with having a family. And that was a good choice.
Thanks, Madisyn.
Oh, say, can you see? This is Risher with the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic to which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Ray J.
Yeah, thanks, Ray J. I enjoyed that pledge video.
And now, an announcement about the pledge. We would like to get videos of people saying the pledge in all of our 50 states. We've talked to Ray J, and he's allowed to let other people share the stage with him. So send in your videos. We like to see what you have for us, and we love to share them in our morning announcements.
Yeah. We have a chart that we're going to be keeping track with. Mrs. Madisyn's going to be creating a graphic, but this is my chart. See, we have Washington to start with.
All right, sounds great.
If you'd like to contact us, here are our emails down below. Remember, our emails are for questions, ideas, shout-outs, of course, and remember, our new segment is Pledge All Around the USA. So if you're in another state, hit us up with your pledge video.
Yeah, like what she said. And remember, everybody, be a good kid. Do the right thing.
What he said. Bye.
Bye. Have a great day.